Have humans improved morally? Absolutely. I definitely think humans have improved morally. I want to say first thing we improved morally upon was probably slavery. I think 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, or even like 150 years ago, slavery was just a normal thing. They didn't really care too much about treating another human being like an object or like a thing and a personal play toy. But nowadays, like, it's looked down upon. But back then, it was like extremely normal. So I definitely think humans improved overall when it came to just the idea of slavery. I definitely do know like slavery still takes place today, but it takes place more in the face of the prison system. But it still happens most definitely, but it's not the way it used to be. If that makes sense. The second thing I believe humans improved upon was definitely like having control over our sexual desire. I definitely think like 1,000 years ago, 200 years ago, I want to say even like 80 years ago, a man forcing himself on another human being, that was like a normal thing. You know, whether it's a man, woman, or child, them just not having self control over their sexual desire was just normal. You could get away with doing anything to a man, woman, and child like 90 years ago. And nowadays, that's like punishment. Not if you like super, super rich, but like for the everyday average human being, the everyday average man, like you will get punished for that act. So I definitely think we improve when it comes to just controlling our sexual desire. The third thing I believe humans improved upon, I want to say abuse. We don't really abuse each other as much physically. You know, we're more likely to beef on the internet and verbally abuse than physically abuse. I think it was normal to get in like shooting matches. Stand back to back, take 10 steps forward and turn around and shoot each other, like, or just stab each other, or even like just abuse your children. I definitely think humans overall have improved when it comes to just cutting out all the abuse. I'm seeing a whole lot of parents that say, I don't hit my kid. And I definitely like that idea. I like that mind state. The fact that you feel the need to hit your kid in order to teach them a lesson just shows you're not a great teacher. So I definitely think we just became better teachers overall and better listeners. So yeah, those are the top three things I think humans improved upon overall.